So he did owe you some money, but when did that kind of really start to add up? And did you decide to leave? Was that kind of a big decision for you to leave ECW in a lot of ways too? Was
It was, but it was mostly like the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean,
yeah,
everyone else wasn't getting paid. I still was, but I wasn't getting paid for the shirts and the royalties, and that was adding up. And when it added up to a certain amount, to where I was timing everything with like one, I'm probably not going to ever get paid this amount. The more I'm here, I'm just digging a deeper and deeper hole. Even though I'm able to do it because I'm still getting paid to wrestle, eventually it was like this isn't really the best business, you know, and it was I was off balance. I got one foot in a hole and one foot, standing on a pot of gold. It's like what am I can't stand this way. So, but it was the timing of that with the company going under, the TV deals not working out, a bunch of lies or mistruths coming to surface, and just everything looking like telling me it was just, the universe has ways of messaging me and signaling me, and it was more than one thing. It was everything saying, dude, they're done, jump off or go down with this sinking ship. They might have one more show. I think they had one more show. I'm confused about that,
I
but
think they did, if I remember correctly. I think
someone said St. Louis, maybe. I don't know.
maybe. Yeah, I can't. I don't know that, but yeah. No, I mean, no. That's the thing. A lot of the ways you can kind of see the lay of the land and be like, and you get that feeling too. You're like, all right, it's time for me to kind of move on. You
Like
know.
I said, I've left every company. It's weird. I thought about that recently. I was doing an RVDology episode and I was talking about drawing the line. When do you draw the line? And I was like, damn. And I think about it. It's like I left South Atlantic. I left WCW. I left ECW. I left WCW. I left WWE. Wow, arguably even the last run I had with WWE, because in 2014, my second comeback, which was horrible, my second time making a comeback there, they were doing nothing with me.
No,
And
I remember being
at the very end, I said, I had said I could hit a couple more shows on top of what we agreed upon, because it was a California run. And I got to a point when I finally had a meeting, which maybe arguably I could have done that earlier instead of waiting till the end and then blowing up and bitching about it. But I did say, forget about those last shows too. Let's just call it quits right now. This is ridiculous. I don't know if I did those last shows or not, but besides that, I guess I walked out of pretty much like every stationary position that I could have been in, because the universe was telling me that it's time. And that's something that I could probably sit and think of a couple of more times, actually, besides real jobs that I had as well, that I quit because I was like, fuck this, and that's something, as I've always known when to draw the line. It's one way to look at it, to put a positive spin on being a quitter. But no, really though, it was just, like no regrets, being in tune with the universe, and definitely more so like way back when I left WCW, I wasn't trying to be spiritual. I was a decade away, 2 decades away from even thinking about that.
Yeah, right.
My spirit, but nonetheless, I always felt like I was guided, and so that coincides with these facts.
It definitely does. And it's like, yeah, you get that sense and you be like, you know what? This is the time. I'm out of here. Now, I don't even really a lot of the ways it's like, do you quit or is it just like what you just said? It's like you're drawing a line and it's time to move on. It's like,
I'm
well,
not, I never feel like I'm trapped, and I feel like people should adopt that perspective. There's always other choices, and people don't. It's easier to think that I only got one choice.
yeah,
What am
no.
I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I only got one choice. No, you got name some ridiculous choices. Let's start there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
At least you gotta have the imagination to realize there's some things you would never do, but you could
If you think
start
way
there.
outside the box,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's ridiculous. But hone it in a little bit and you might get a little bit more realistic here. It's like,
Right. What am I gonna do? Quit my job? I got a wife, I got kids, I got these bills. Okay. could you imagine you could quit your job and and walk away and never work again, right? You could do that. If you can fathom that, then dial back a little bit. Consider quitting and getting another job, maybe, baby
Right.
step.
Yeah. Little at a time here. A little at a time. You don't got to go the
People
whole
feel that way though. I never feel like there's not another option. There's always other options. You may not like
Absolutely.
them. They may not be the right ones to do, but I never feel like I'm so trapped that I've only got one choice.
You only get that. Yeah, absolutely. It's good. It's a great mentality to have. Jeez. RVDology a little earlier.